Welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I'm Ronique, and I appreciate you joining me here on my YouTube channel. This is the place where you can come and get astrology as well as tarot guidance from the universe. I love to tap into the energies as we are going through the full moon and new moon and eclipse lunation cycles, just to get a sense of what is going on up in the universe, because as they say, as above, so below. Whatever's going on in the heavens is directly affecting us here on earth. So thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, shared this content, I would really appreciate it if you would. Okay, you all, we're going to get right into it today. We are actually talking about the new moon in Aquarius that occurs on February 1st, 2022 at 12:45 a.m. Eastern Standard at 12 degrees and 19 minutes of Aquarius. For some of you, it actually may occur on January 31st, since it is very late in the evening. So it may be on one of those days. So we have the sun and the moon sitting here conjunct in Aquarius at 12 degrees and 19 minutes. And it's very interesting at this Aquarius new moon because we actually have both the sun, the moon, and Saturn all conjunct at this time. And this is really pivotal energy, you all, because this is probably gonna spark up a lot of energy from cycles that we have gone through all throughout 2021 because of that Saturn Uranus energy and the conjunction and all those different planetary aspects and squares that we've had with Saturn. This is definitely going to bring up a lot of those themes around what it is that makes us feel secure, but also what is it that the themes of time and governing agencies and bodies and those who have rules and regulations. It's going to come up probably at this Saturn, or I should say this new moon in Aquarius, but since it is conjunct that Saturn, just be prepared for possibly information and themes coming up that we've already seen in the past. But remember, new moons are also time to plant new seeds. So remember, Aquarius energy is that forward thinking, out of the box, not wanting to conform to just society rules. And that's often what the rub is between Saturn and the whole Aquarian age, because remember, one wants forward thinking while Saturn and Uranian thinking do not go together, right? One is wanting consistency while one is wanting forward movement and thinking outside of the box. So be prepared for some of that rub at this new moon in Aquarius. This is always interesting because when we have so many planets like in this Capricornian energy, you can see we have Mars, Venus, Mercury, and Pluto all sitting in Capricorn, right? So that's that goal-oriented, very wanting to get things done in a methodical, energy. But while we have that, we now have the sun, moon, and Saturn sitting in Aquarius, which Aquarius is like, well, let's just go with the flow. Let's try to figure out a new way of doing things. So you're going to have kind of that dichotomy back and forth, which could be not the best energy that everybody is used to having. But at this time, what I was trying to get to is we also have this interesting energy here with the Taurus. So Uranus is in Taurus and it's going to be squaring this sun and moon new moon. So in Aquarius. So this is really like some interesting energy because remember, the North Node and South Node just moved into Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. And so there's going to be kind of like this energy around possibly your finances, possibly some information coming out of the blue. Remember, Uranus is like unexpected. You don't know what's happening. You don't expect it. And so what's going to happen or could not happen is that you might just have these instant bursts of information and energy and like people coming into your life that are either talking about different ways to do your finances. Remember, this is a big time for like out of the box thinking about your finances. So this could be cryptocurrency. It could be the way you're investing. I don't know if you've already heard in March, here in the US, the federal government is thinking about raising interest rates. So this is kind of like all these themes around Aquarian energy of things that like you weren't really thinking about, but are possibly on like the collective's mind. But then this Uranian energy of like out of the box, wasn't even on your radar, just comes out of the blue. So be ready for any of that as well. Okay, you all, so let's get right into the tarot today, because I think that there's going to be a lot of energy around this Aquarius time, because if you looked back on Scorpio soul time, I already have the Aquarius, all of the 12 signs for not only Aquarius, but all 12 zodiac signs. All of the month aheads for February are already up. I would invite you to look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in those videos, because they're going to be able to give you a lot more guidance into how this month can directly play out for you. This video today, I think, is going to be more about this forward moving energy that I want you all to capitalize on, because not only is the new moon going into Aquarius, we actually have Mercury finally going direct out of retrograde on February 3rd, which is really good news. From February 3rd until April 29th. So we have about almost 3 months of energy, you all, that I want you to really take advantage of. If you're looking for a new job, if you're thinking about moving homes, if you're thinking about launching a new business, if you're thinking about starting a new health routine, like this is the time to really get that initiative started. Okay, so I want to take and go through each of our signs. Once again, here's the star card for Aquarius. Aquarius really wants you to use the energy of yourself to empower yourself. And that really is what this new moon in Aquarius is. And I think that for each of us, if we can take the time to figure out what in our own worlds do we need to like take initiative on, where is it that we need to like have some extra boost of energy, boost of communication skills. You might be trying to go after a new position at work. You might need to be able to speak up for what you want. You might want to ask your boss for a raise. Like this is really that time, like okay, so I want you all to look at your sun, moon, and rising sign in this video. Okay, you all, I will see you shortly for your sign. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I'm really excited to see what is going on with us, and I say us because I am an Aquarius rising, so excuse me, this definitely is an important time for all Aquariuses, but it's also important just for our collective in general, because Aquarius does rule community and all of us, you know, thinking together, but also the individual and thinking outside the box. So let's pull a past, present, and future and see what is going on with you all at this new moon. Okay, so in the past, we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. That's really nice to see, possibly getting away from some kind of conflict that was happening in the past. In the present, you have the Ace of Wands. So if that energy is not the get up and go, take control of your life, I don't know what is. So really nice to see that at the present position. And in the future, look at that, the star card. So you basically came up in your own reading, Aquarius. I always love how the cards speak directly to us, and you saw all that shuffling I did, so there was no cards getting stuck anywhere. So this is really nice energy, Aquarius, because the 5 of Wands, I'm going to turn it right side up so you can see the 5 of Wands is this energy of often competition, conflict, maybe not getting along with people. Maybe you have certain dreams and aspirations and your colleagues or people around you aren't seeing eye to eye. With it being in the past and it being in reverse, I'm getting this sense of this is no longer an issue. Like whatever problems or conflicts you had in the past, you're now looking past them. You can see sunny skies in the horizon. Really great energy to be moving away from. I feel like that sunny horizon is what is now in the present for you, Aquarius. And you can see this Ace of Wands where it's like this hand from, the heavens offering you this opportunity, and you have to take it and run with it. And that's what I've really been trying to harp on with this February opening up at this new moon. It's also the new lunar year, which is really exciting because that's obviously the beginning of the Chinese New Year, the whole water tiger theme of being courageous and getting out there. I feel like this Ace of Wands is really telling you, Aquarius, get out there, figure out what it is you want to accomplish and go for it. And then in the future, we've already kind of talked about you as the star card coming up in your own reading, but what more magical information and theme to get from Spirit telling you you've got this, whatever it is you want to dream, whatever it is you behold in your mind as your aspirations, whether you're trying to go after something new, whether there is something old that you want to revive. This could be you trying to get in better health. There really is this theme of you being able to do whatever you want to do. And I think it's also kind of magical, Aquarius, because it feels like there's this momentum that is literally starting at your new moon. Each zodiac sign only gets one new moon a year. So for this new moon to coincide with the lunar new year, 3 days later, Mercury is going direct. The nodes just change signs. There is just this forward momentum really building up here. So I think this is a really positive reading for you, Aquarius. I look forward to hearing how your February goes. And I look forward to also hearing how your new moon seeds of intentions that you plant now, you start seeing them manifest throughout the month. Okay, Aquarius, I'll talk to you all later. Hi Pisces, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. Let's take a look at what is going on for you all during the month of February, and also what seeds of intentions you're planting here at this new moon. In about 2 weeks or so, we will be entering your sun sign, so definitely pay attention to the energies building up to your sun, your solar return, okay? So let's pull a past, present, and future card. So we have the Devil card in reverse. Always love to see the Devil in reverse, which means you are getting out of your head and not worrying about things that you can't control anymore. In the present, you have the Seven of Cups. So some type of opportunities might be coming your way, Pisces, that you might have some options that you need to think through. And in the future, you have the Two of Wands. So really nice energy here, Pisces. So already I can tell that you all are going to have a very interesting month from the standpoint of you all are letting go of past issues where maybe you were just in your feelings too much, overthinking everything, overanalyzing, really having your ego become part of a bigger part of your world than need be. With it in reverse, it's almost like you no longer have those chains really binding you to this ego side of you. And with it in the past, it means you have overcome it, or you're no longer thinking about it, because now you're moving into the present at this new moon in Aquarius, and you have this Seven of Cups. Really nice energy, because somewhere you're being given a lot of options. There's some kind of emotional healing here. Possibly someone has come back into your life and you're trying to weigh your options between different people, different themes, whether it's time for you to move on from someone or move on with a new way of thinking about your life, but there's some type of positive options coming your way at this new moon in Aquarius. So that's really nice to see. And even better, in the future, you have this Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is always this energy of looking out over the horizon and seeing what options are available, but knowing that you can like accomplish them. And so I love this depiction because you can literally see the sun parting in the horizon. Dark skies are clearing out and everything is looking like, okay, you just need to walk forward, take those wands and like go to your goals. So really nice energy to see, Pisces. I think that as we all step into this new moon in Aquarius energy, there's really a positive flow moving forward, and it's nice to see you moving away from that ego. So really good to see, Pisces. Make sure and check out your sun, moon, and rising, and I will talk to you all later. Hey Aries, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to pull a past, present, and future card to see how this new moon in Aquarius energy is going to play out in your world. And make sure and take a look at those February month aheads as well to see how your whole month energy is going to help you play out and make decisions. Okay? So let's split the deck. Okay, Aries, so in the past, you have the Magician in reverse. Possibly you've been overthinking something in the past. In the present, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So maybe some type of emotional healing or someone is trying to help you out, but you haven't really been paying attention, Aries. And in the future, you have the Judgment card in the upright. Love to see that Judgment card in the future because there's some kind of karmic lessons that you're trying to get to. I will say, just looking at your spread, you have two major arcana cards, the Magician in the past, which is almost the very first card, and the Judgment card, which is almost the very last card. So you all are definitely going through some kind of cycle at this new moon in Aquarius. With the Magician card, if it was in the upright position, it usually means you have all of the tools you need to manifest whatever it is you are looking for, whatever you are seeking. You have each element to be able to move forward. With it in reverse, there is this energy of you maybe not feeling like you have what you need, even though the universe is trying to help you discover that you do have all the tools you need. With it in the past, I feel like you're moving past that energy of feeling like you don't have enough. But I do sense that there is kind of like some angst because the Queen of Cups is in reverse. If she was upright, it's almost like this energy of like a motherly figure trying to give you some kind of emotional support, maybe trying to get through a hard time. With it in reverse, it's almost like either you or someone around you is still trying to give you that almost like tough love or give you some type of emotional support, but you're still not feeling at your best about it, if that makes sense. Because with this Judgment card, it's almost like there's these lessons that's supposed to be learned. So this might not be the easiest new moon in Aquarius for you, Aries, but I do sense that like you're going to learn some kind of lesson or a judgment is going to come as you move through this cycle. And possibly by the time you get to you all's Aries new moon, possibly in that whole cycle, once we get into April, maybe this will start to culminate and you'll start to see maybe some more positive energy moving. I do feel like you are kind of going through a cycle right now. I encourage you to look at your sun, moon, and rising, Aries, and just see how this plays out for you. And also look at those February readings, because I do feel like there's some real positive energy here, but it's like you're having to go through kind of some tough times before you can like make that judgment to figure out what you've learned through this cycle. Okay, Aries, I hope you all have a good new moon in Aquarius. Hi Taurus, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope you all are doing well. We're going to pull a past, present, and future card spread here, Taurus. As I said in the February readings, you and Scorpio are probably having some of the more turbulent times. So we'll see how this energy plays out for you all. We're going to pull a past, present, and future card spread and see what this means for you all. So in the past, you do have the Page of Cups. So possibly some type of information was coming to you, or some kind of emotional energy was trying to get to you, but maybe didn't since it's in the reverse. In the present, you have the Justice card in reverse. So possibly having some type of issues with legal matters, or something just feeling unfair at this time. And in the future, the Ace of Cups. Well, thank goodness. Glad to see that. So right here, Taurus, I can already see, I'm actually going to read the present and the past together, because I feel like with the Page of Cups and the Justice card both in reverse, there's some type of energy around someone or something was trying to help you get through an emotional time, but you're feeling like it's unfair. Maybe some kind of ruling didn't go the way you were hoping it would. Some type of information came out that you didn't feel like was in your favor. And at this new moon in Aquarius, you're still kind of seeking answers. You're still trying to figure out why this ruling wasn't in your favor. And it could have been something at work. It could have been a loved one came back, or someone didn't choose you. There's some kind of emotional message that you don't feel was very fair with this Justice card in reverse. But I do feel like, Taurus, like you and Scorpio, like I've said, are going through almost like you're going through a karma change, if you will, over these 18 months. And so I feel like this Ace of Cups in the future is telling you, just be patient. There is emotional healing on its way. And there's also some type of blessing with all of this change. Like when we come out of this 18 months of your nodal change, we're definitely going to see how through these lunation cycles, there's going to be this aha moment, and you're going to realize, looking back at it, that all of this was worth it, and you're going to be able to see why this was all necessary. But in this moment, you know, this injustice, if you will, and these messages that you didn't feel like were fair might not feel that comfortable, but you just have to work through it, because at least you know you're getting to something that's going to mean some emotional healing in the future. Okay, Taurus, I hope you all have a good new moon in Aquarius, and make sure you check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope you all are doing well. I'm excited to see how all of these different energies play out for everyone at this new moon in Aquarius. For many signs so far, it's been really positive. Oop. See all those cards that just fell out? Hopefully yours is very positive, since those all fell out when I said very positive. Some of them have been a little more like these signs having to kind of like look at themselves and where they're at in their cycle. So let's see what happens for you all. I'm going to split the deck, and we're going to do a past, present, and future. Your cards seem a little like kind of all over the place, so I'm actually going to split it again and see what is coming out for Gemini. Thank you, Spirit. All right, in the past, you have the Eight of Wands. So a lot has been going on in you all's life. Very busy, maybe a lot of information has been going back and forth with it in reverse. Maybe that information hasn't all been very clear, especially us just coming through Mercury retrograde. In the present, you have the World card in reverse. So very last card of the deck, possibly trying to end some cycles, but hasn't quite gotten there since it's still in reverse. And in the future, you have the Four of Wands in reverse. So I think it's very interesting, Gemini, that all of your cards are in reverse. So that to me signals that you've had a lot going on, possibly not all for the best, but I do like how you have these two wands in the past and the present, signifying some type of passion project is trying to take a hold. With this Eight of Wands, possibly you have been just trying to get some momentum going, but haven't felt like you've been able to dig your heels in, if you will. This could be a job. This could be a project at work. Excuse me. There definitely is some type of energy around you trying to get to this sun, but all of these wands are just flying past you. You don't have time to think. You're not able to like focus on any one thing. You have too many projects, too many life themes going on, like your job, your kids, your work. You're trying to juggle, trying to stay healthy. Like there's too much going on. I do feel like with the World card in the middle, Gemini, that you're trying to, I'm going to turn it right side up so you can see the detail. I think it's interesting that with this World card, they always focus on the fixed signs. So Leo, let me try to put it a little, so it's always the four fixed signs. So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. And so there is this energy of you trying to get to this place where you feel secure with yourself and end a cycle, but with it in reverse and you coming off of these Eight of Wands, I feel like you're not comfortable in your own skin. Does that make sense? You're not like feeling confident that you're really at the end, or you're ready to turn, almost like you're not ready to take the leap of faith to the next stage. And so I feel like with this four of Wands in the future, there's almost like this positivity that surrounds you, but you don't know it yet, if that makes sense. So it's almost like with this in reverse, Four of Wands usually signifies some kind of gateway to happiness. So it could be you're getting married or you're reuniting with family. There's some type of positive communication, some type of passion project maybe you've been trying to get off the ground. With it in reverse though, Gemini, I feel like you're just not feeling like you're ready yet for this Four of Wands. So I would say throughout this new moon in Aquarius, really plant some seeds on where you want these Eight of Wands to go. Where do you want to feel like you can finish this cycle and move forward in a more positive, but also being able to rejoice with others. That's what Four of Wands is. It's really like a celebratory, like we've reached this momentous goal. But with these all in reverse, Gemini, I'm sensing that you're still really apprehensive about something, or you still have some angst about moving forward. At this new moon in Aquarius, I would invite you to plant new seeds of intentions of where you want these goals to manifest. Okay, Gemini, I hope you all have a great new moon in Aquarius. Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your new moon in Aquarius. I hope you all are doing well. This is an exciting time with all of the planets going direct, Cancer, so I hope you all take full advantage of this time. We are going to do a past, present, and future spread and see what the cards are telling you all at this new moon in Aquarius time. Okay, Cancer, so for the past, you all have the Six of Pentacles. Possibly you all are giving some kind of resources away, or someone has given you some type of resources in the past. In the present, you have the Temperance card in reverse. So possibly you're needing to be patient with something coming up in your life. Some type of theme of patience is on your side, or maybe you're not being patient since it's in reverse. Then you have the Tower card in reverse. So Cancer, let's take a look at these cards. So right away, I can already see you have two major arcana cards, both in reverse in the present and in the future. So to me, someone in your past has come to you, given you maybe an opportunity, maybe giving you a job. Possibly this is you giving someone else a job, of resources, money has come in. But I'm sensing that with these two, I'm going to actually read them together. With the Temperance and Tower card, Let's turn them upright so you can see. The Temperance card is usually this energy of Sagittarian energy, where it is really you needing to be patient and temper your, not only yourself, but be patient with how the world is coming to you, meaning like you might not be able to do everything at the time you want. You might need to be patient with yourself. You might not be able to get everything done in the timely manner that you're thinking. And the Tower card is symbolizing something in your life needs to abruptly come to an end, not necessarily meaning like you're going to feel it abruptly, but the universe is telling you like something is no longer working. You have a cycle that needs to be brought to its foundation for you to build anew. With these both in reverse, there is this sense of like you needing to be patient with time. That's what I'm hearing. Be patient with time, be patient with yourself, be patient with people around you, because something needs to come to an end, something needs to show itself, but you have to be patient for it to show. You can't rush it, and I feel like it's something either dealing with your job or someone who has brought you some type of information about resources. Something in the past is going to rear its head, if you will, throughout February. I'm more sensing like this new moon in Aquarius is going to be more for you to put in seeds of intention of how you maybe want this job to go, or possibly by the time we get to that full moon in Leo that occurs on February 16th, I have a feeling that this tower may turn itself upright and you're gonna see what it is that you were trying to get through back here at the Six of Pentacles, but you're gonna have to be patient. Like that's really the theme here. I think this Temperance card is actually trying to remind you that you can't rush time, you can't rush fate. Remember that whole Saturnian energy is going to rear its head throughout much of 2022, and this whole Tower card, since it is in the reverse position, just be prepared that something is coming, but you're just gonna have to be patient for that information to come. So I invite you to watch the Sun, Moon, and Rising videos just to see how this energies play out and see if there's any repetitive themes. Okay, Cancer, I hope you all have a good new moon in Aquarius. Hi Leo, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. This is an exciting time as all the planets are going direct on February 3rd. Once we get to around February 24th, we will have Be Clear Mercury's post shadow. So really you will have a great opportunity to launch any projects maybe that you've been trying to do. So this new moon in Aquarius is a great time to plant some seeds of intention. We do have you all's full moon in Leo on the 16th of the month, so that will be interesting as well. So let's see. Okay, you all, the past is getting started with the Tower. So you are moving past some type of information or something that jolted you into realization with that Tower card. The present, you have the World. So really powerful cards already, Leo. So this February is probably going to be pretty dynamic for you all. And then in the future, Four of Wands. So really nice energy here, Leo. I think that, you know, oftentimes in the months that we have our full moon, a lot of people think that the sun being in your sign is like the most positive time, but sometimes I think 6 months later or 6 months earlier, however you want to look at it, when you have the full moon in your sign, I actually feel like that's when all of the illumination or all of the lessons are learned. So I feel like that's what's happening here for you all in February. This new moon in Aquarius, I can already see that the Tower card is symbolizing like there is something like dramatic that has already happened. Most likely, since this is in the past, you all have already experienced whatever this is. Possibly it was last year, maybe it was earlier in January, but there's something that jolted you into a realization. Something had to come to light for you to figure out, okay, it's time for me to move away from that. And with the World card, it's almost like you're now ready for a new cycle. You're ready to begin again, remember the World card is the last of the major arcana. You as a fixed sign are actually one of the cards right here, one of the signs right here, Leo, in the World card, that's symbolizing like this finale of being able to realize whatever journey you are on, you have completed and you're ready to move forward. Really nice to see after the Tower. And then with this Four of Wands card, that's really beautiful energy in the future, because either you have gone through this cycle and now you're either ready to reunite with someone, possibly you're getting married, but it can also be just a celebratory getting ready to take on a new experience with, maybe you're starting a family, maybe you're going to have a baby, maybe you're expecting really good news to come through. So this is really positive, Leo. It's really good to see this, especially in February with your full moon on the 16th. I think it will be interesting to see if you have not experienced this Tower yet. Just know that in the month of February, it may be coming, but just know whatever that is, you're going to move through this cycle and you're going to move to a much more positive experience, and it's all going to be worth it. Okay, Leo, I hope you all have a great new moon in Aquarius. Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to do a past, present, and future spread. I invite you to look at your sun, moon, and rising sign in this video, but also check out those February month aheads to give you some more insight as to the energies for this month. All right. What do we have, Spirit, for Virgo at this new moon in Aquarius? So you have the Emperor card in the past in reverse. You have the Lovers card in reverse in the present. And you have the King of Swords in the future. So let's take a look and see what is going on with you all. So I already think it's interesting that in the past and in the present, you have two major arcana cards. Let's read them upright first. So you have the Emperor and you have the Lovers. Very interesting, because I think, Virgo, someone is either coming back into your life during this new moon in Aquarius with that Lovers card, or possibly there's something that you have been really trying to take a hold of, take charge of in your life. You've been, maybe you're a leader somewhere in your community or at your job. There's some energy of you trying to get back that energy, but it could also have to do with a loved one. This could be a romantic interest or someone that you've been trying to get a hold of. There's just like some kind of energy here, Gemini, of you trying to like take back some type of important role that you used to have, and now it's like dwindling. And when I say dwindling, meaning like this Lovers card is almost symbolizing like you feel like either you lost someone in the past that you really wanted to reconnect with, or you feel like you lost your power once this person left you. Maybe you left them. And I'm saying that because at this new moon in Aquarius, there could be like people who are coming up from the past that you needed to reconnect with, but now you feel like you lost. There's some kind of energy of you feeling like you lost someone. With this future card of the King of Swords, maybe you're going to get clarity over what it is in the past. There's something dealing with power, whether it's since the Emperor and the King, there's some kind of energy of you feeling like you want to regain your strength again. And I'm just wondering with that Lovers card, you're the only sign that I'm actually going to pull a clarifier card, because I want to know if the Lovers have to do with actually like a loved one, or if it's more like dealing with partnerships, because Lovers can also deal with partnerships. And with the Emperor and the King of Swords, it's almost like a more of an energy of like a power, something dealing with power and maybe a job. So let's just see. Can I get a clarifier card, please, Spirit? It's in reverse, the High Priestess. So very fitting. especially with it in reverse. So the High Priestess is basically that card of like, usually in very intuitive type energy, needing to understand what's going on, not only in your psyche, but trying to connect to what intuitively you feel like is like your way of moving forward. And so I feel like you're unable to discern whether this loved one actually like left because of power reasons, or maybe there was some type of power struggle. But I do feel like at this new moon in Aquarius, Virgo, you're going to have this sense of like trying to get yourself back into a place where you feel comfortable with yourself again. I feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity that comes in with this King of Swords. I feel like you're finally going to understand why these cards were in reverse in the past. It still might be kind of foggy because that High Priestess is in reverse, and you had the Lovers, and you had the Emperor in reverse. So you definitely have some major themes going on, Virgo. And I would say take some time for yourself during this new moon in Aquarius to plant seeds of intention of where you would like this energy to move to. Please take a look at your February 2022 readings here on Scorpio Soul Time and just see how any of this energy possibly plays out for you. Okay, Virgo, I hope you have a good new moon in Aquarius. Hi, Libra. Welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for joining me here. If you would like to know more about your sign this month, take a look at those February 2022 readings, the month aheads. So we're going to do a past, present, and future, Libra, and see where this energy is playing out for you all. In the past, you have the Death card. So maybe you are trying to get rid of a habit. There's something that needed to come to an end. There's some kind of death that needed to occur, and maybe your livelihood, something dealing with your lifestyle. In the present, you have the Two of Swords in reverse. So some type of information you don't feel like you have clarity on. Very interesting how we have all these purple and blues, like intuitive information not coming through like you would like it to. And the Hermit card. So needing isolation during this new moon in Aquarius, Libra. So interesting that you have both the Death card and the Hermit, two major arcanas in the past and the future, which signifies to me you have some major, almost like interpersonal work to work on. And I'm actually going to read this all as a whole rather than reading them one by one, because I can already see, Libra, that one of the issues, and I'm saying issue, is with the Death card and the Hermit in the past and present, you're having to get rid of something, a bad habit, something that is no longer serving you. You're trying to stop smoking, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to not work so hard, and you're needing to come into your own light. You're needing to take time for yourself to figure out how to do that. At this new moon in Aquarius, this Two of Swords is almost like you don't know how to do it, and you're gonna have to ask for help. You're gonna have to get some other kind of guidance. Even though you might not know how to do it, there is definitely some enlightenment on the way. So whether that's research, maybe it's support groups, there's something that you need to work on, Libra. Your sign is balance, and you're having problems balancing. You're having problems trying to figure out whatever in the past that you're trying to get over. At this new moon in Aquarius, it's time to seek out some type of higher help, whether it is a professional or whether it is a support system. But somewhere in here, you're going to get that strength, and you're going to be able to go into your own and come back or come out renewed. I do think, Libra, that this is a time of you doing more self-healing. With the Death card and the Hermit card, those are both signs of like self-imposed themes, but also like self-improvement is needed. And with that Two of Swords in the present at this new moon in Aquarius, the universe is asking you to plant some seeds of intention on how you can get past this death card and move into a renewal cycle. I think it's positive when the death card is in the past, because that means you've already either given it up or you've at least recognized what needs to be gotten rid of. Okay, Libra, I hope you all have a positive new moon in Aquarius, and check out your other sun, moon, and rising signs also in this video, as well as those February month aheads. Okay, Libra. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to pull a past, present, and future spread for you all. Just like I said to Taurus, you all are in your 18-month period here of change and karmic lessons, if you will. So make sure you all take a look at Taurus's reading as well, because I think that anytime you're on the nodes or you're one of the nodal signs, you're going to have common cross themes. Okay, let's see what your past, present, and future cards say here for this new moon in Aquarius. So in the past, you have the Magician card in the upright position. Really nice energy. You have all the tools you need to move forward here, Scorpio. In the middle or the present, you have the Wheel of Fortune card in reverse. So that could possibly mean something great is going to come into your life, or it could mean, like, you know, something not so great is going to happen, but it is always changing. So Wheel of Fortune is always nice to see, because it means that everything is not going to stay in one direction all the time. And in the future, you have the Ace of Wands in reverse. Who else got the Ace of Wands? Aquarius. So Aquarius actually got the Ace of Wands in the upright position. So take a look at Aquarius's video as well. And I just heard, look at the card on the bottom of the deck. And you have the Seven of Swords, but that was in reverse. So the Seven of Swords can also mean someone is trying to deceive you or trying to get away with something. So just keep that in mind. Since it's in reverse, maybe it's just been something that's been in the back of your mind. Maybe you don't have to worry about it, but just keep that in mind as you go through this new moon in Aquarius, Scorpio. So I'm actually going to read your past and your present together, because I feel like the Magician card is saying in the past, you've had all the tools you need. You have the cup, you have the wand, the sword, and pentacles. Like, you can make whatever you want to manifest from the past. With this infinity symbol, it's like you've already started those seeds. Possibly you did this back with the new moon in Capricorn, but there definitely is this energy of this Wheel of Fortune, where it's like something is coming into your awareness that you can use these tools right here at this new moon in Aquarius, but make sure you use them in a smart and intelligent way, and like, don't waste them. Like, I'm hearing this Wheel of Fortune can turn depending on like how you decide to use your resources. And with this Ace of Wands in the future, there is almost like this sense of like, you've been given this gift from the universe, but make sure that you're actually going to run with it in a positive direction, Scorpio. Remember, Scorpio now is in the South Node, so that usually has to do with moving away from any type of fears or any type of themes that Scorpio leads that's like more of a negative theme. So make sure you're not abusing this power. Does that make sense? So I'm getting like this sense of like, make sure that these tools that you've been given in the past, the Wheel of Fortune is saying, depending on how you use that energy is going to be exactly how you show up. That's going to be exactly how you come out in the world. So just make sure that you're using this in a positive way. Okay, Scorpio, I look forward to hearing how your new moon in Aquarius went. Talk to you later. Hey, Sagittarius, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius. I am looking forward to this new moon for you all. Well, I look forward to all the new moons because I feel like they're a great way for you to plant new seeds of intention and really like get your kind of like, you know, get your dreams started. So let's see what's going on with you at this new moon. So we're going to do a past, present, and future spread. Many of the signs have been just coming out with just like really straightforward messages, which I think is really great. So let's see what's going on with you all. You all have the Queen of Cups in reverse in the past. Oh no, it's in the upright. I don't know why I said in the reverse. Queen of Cups upright in the past. Judgment card in reverse. Maybe that's why I was already saying in reverse. In the present. And then you have the Chariot card in reverse in the future. So really interesting that you all have two major arcanas in the present and in the future, which signifies some major changes are on the way, but you might not know how to quite handle them since they're in reverse. Let's talk about Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, Sag, is really could be your energy or someone around you trying to lend emotional healing or emotional help. You may have had some type of family crises in the past, or maybe you've needed some type of emotional help that someone has helped you through. I think it's kind of interesting that we see this in the past, because I feel like I'm going to read the past and the future together in the uprights first. It's almost like the universe is saying at this new moon in Aquarius, it's time for you to figure out what karmic cycles you are kind of like coming to an end or needing to come to an end, because the Judgment card is kind of like that karmic lessons, like what have you learned throughout this lifetime. And with the Chariot card, it's almost like you're feeling like you need control over whatever these cycles have been. But with them both in reverse in the present and future, there is this sense of like whatever this emotional healing was back here, or that you needed, or that you were maybe giving to another, make sure that it's been helpful for you and that you feel in control of how this information or how these emotional energies were received. Like, make sure that it's like a positive experience and that it hasn't led you into almost a different direction of you feeling out of control, because the Judgment card can often lead to like you feeling like maybe this wasn't worth it, or maybe I needed to like do something differently. And the Chariot card is almost like you don't, you know, with it in reverse, the Chariot card's like you almost feel out of control now, or maybe you feel like this situation you've gone through hasn't led you to where you wanted to be. So I would say at this new moon in Aquarius, Sag, take some time to plant some seeds of intentions of how you can take back control, get this Chariot card face up, get back control of how you want the narrative to go. You can't just be led or feel like maybe you're not going on the right cycle, if that makes sense. So Sag, I would invite you to look at your February month ahead, as well as take a look at that eclipse video from let's see, it would have been the full moon in Taurus eclipse we had in November. I'm just picking up there's some kind of cycles that possibly could be information that come back around during this new moon in Aquarius that might also show itself again when we have eclipse season here in May, when we come into Taurus season again. I'm really getting some strong vibes that this may be like a reoccurring theme, especially with the Judgment card. Sometimes that means cycles of feeling like you're coming to an end, but you're just not quite there. So I hope you all have a good new moon in Aquarius. Okay, bye Sag. Hi Capricorn, welcome to your new moon in Aquarius reading. I hope this time has been good for you all. You all have a lot of planets in you all's signs. So you all still have Pluto, Mercury, Venus, and Mars sitting in Capricorn. So it'll be interesting to hear if this has been a turbulent time for you. Sometimes so many planets in your sign can just mean it could mean that there's like a lot of chaos going on, or just like a lot of themes going on. So let me know in the comments below like how your 2022 has been going so far. Okay, Capricorn, we're going to do a past, present, and future. So in the past, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So possibly some type of emotional options were given to you, but with it in reverse, maybe you didn't feel like you had a lot of options. In the present, you have the Page of Swords in reverse. So that's at this new moon in Aquarius. And in the future, you have the Two of Cups in reverse. So interesting that all of yours are in reverse, and you have two that are dealing with emotional energy, the past and the future, and then you have this Page of Swords. So I'm almost going to read the past and present together, Capricorn, because to me it seems like someone came into your life possibly during Mercury retrograde from the past that had some type of emotional issues, whether it was like you all didn't get along in the past, you're trying to get past them, you broke up, something about there was too many options and you weren't able to really like clearly understand what the options were at that time. And in the future, it looks like that person is kind of like still in the picture and you're really trying to get clear. What is it that they want? Where is your future going? Maybe you're possibly getting back with them. And with this Page of Swords, it's like there's some kind of messages coming in that the universe wants you to think. Think through what it is that you really need from this person. Make sure that this is emotionally the right way to move forward. I'm really sensing, Capricorn, that since all of these are in reverse, this emotional kind of tug of war might not be worth it. Make sure that like you're moving forward with all the information now that Mercury is going direct once we get to February 3rd, and especially once we get past the post shadow of February 24th, possibly in March, this will clear up kind of like this emotional instability is what I'm really sensing with the Seven of Cups in the past and the Two of Cups in the future. There's definitely some kind of clarity needed, but you haven't gotten those messages yet. You're still trying to like get yourself through with this person, but you haven't figured out how to do that yet. So use this new moon in Aquarius, Capricorn, to really plant your seeds, figure out what you need for yourself first, and then have the other person enter the picture. But like I said at the beginning of your reading, with so many signs, so many planets in your sign right now, things are very murky and you don't have like clarity. So I would say take your time, plant your seeds of intention of what you want to occur. And then once we get into that March energy and, you know, just past all of this kind of emotional stuff, I think that you're going to have a much clearer picture of what your emotional future looks like. Okay, Capricorn, I hope you all have a good new moon in Aquarius.